hold up, wait a minute before you lose your damn mind and some of you say some really freaking stupid things in the comment section. And by the way, you see people making stupid comments in the comment section, you can immediately just tell them to watch the damn video. Many people are going to come to a conclusion before watching the video. This is not the conversation you think it's going to be, right? It's not going to be the conversation you think it is based on, like, the title's true in the fact that this is a saga, right? We're talking about Highguard, which is come out today by the time this video's come out. Marathon. These are the Concordians. Who knew that Concord had a trilogy? But here we are. If you know me, you know that I don't subscribe to calling everything that's bad a Concord. I might compare it to other similar games like, Anthem, which is actually dead and failed. And Dragon Age wasn't good. Like, there's a bunch of games out there, right? But people have latched on to, like, we're talking about the trilogy, right? We're talking about the Concord trilogy. The two games that have latched on to this, it's another Concord. It's Highguard and Marathon. Those are two games that people continue to do. Now, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with, like, using Concord as an example. However, it will be very interesting because today we will see how Highguard actually plays out. That's right. I think this is going to be important. A lot of people, like, there's a vocal minority that is trying to spin the wheels of Marathon. And I say that because it's usually just the same people all over from the Bungie community. And then you have this vocal minority that's also trying to say that these games are Concord. What really matters is the player counts. People like me, who normally wouldn't say shit at all, like we're only talking about this because it's part of the channel, right? But normally, people like me will speak of our money. We'll speak of our time. And that is the key part that a lot of people continue to ignore. Now, I saw this. I was like, there's no fucking way. This is obviously fake, right? It's obviously fake. I don't think I've ever seen any Steam game. I don't even think CXGO is even that high. Someone can let me know what the current numbers are. I've never seen that high. Maybe total of all consoles, but people are memeing, talking about it. People are expecting this game to be a dumpster fire. I think this will be an interesting beginning, especially leading up to Marathon. This is going to be interesting. This game had only one trailer, which is really funny because we're going to look at it. Geoff, what is his name? Is it Geoff? Geoff here gave this game the final slot because I guess the slot was open because the game that was supposed to take that place dropped out or something like that. I don't remember what I read, but gave it for free, right? They just and now he's memeing. He's like, in 40 hours, I'll be accepting your apologies, and he's going with it, man. Geoff is literally willing to go down with the Titanic if it's bad, or he might know something. Who knows? Maybe he knows something. I don't know, but it is interesting. This will be an interesting, test to see how much does the modern gamer actually put their money where their mouth is. And the funny thing is, Marathon had such negative press, but Highguard has gotten negative press since it was announced, and they haven't advertised anything. There's been like no advertisement at all for this game. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. And again, player count matters more than the pre-orders and all this other data bullshit. It is, are they playing the game? Because if you could, especially a free-to-play game, if they're playing the game, they're willing to spend microtransactions. That's what matters, right? That's how you make your money. Anyways, I thought it was funny. They're 24 hours now. We're to find out from the creators of Titanfall and Apex Legends. And it's interesting. I listen, I didn't think that was louder than I expected. I'm gonna be honest. I did not think when I saw this as another Concord. I literally reacted live to this. And it looks like I get more Overwatch vibes mixed with like medievalness. I get something that isn't like, I don't know. Maybe was Concord more like Overwatch 2? I don't know. Like nothing here tells me Concord. Oh, it's you've got a black chick. Like he looks like a freaking manly man. Wasn't the thing that about Concord is that it looked way too woke? And this guy is a man, like a Chad. Like he's literally got the beard. He's got what, tats? He looks like he's a beefcake. Like I don't know. Like this, I'm gonna be honest. It's weird. It's really weird. Yeah, look cool. I mean, if you don't like it, but like, I just don't this will be such an interesting test to see. Is the modern gamer just gonna complain or criticize or call everything Concord? Will it actually be successful? Or when the modern audience decides that something is a Concord, will it be treated like Concord? And will people do their damnedest to make it fail? And you do that by your money, like holding it, withholding it, not playing it. Like this will be such an interesting test. Now, I will say I am always skeptical of content creators that post shit like this. I did not get paid. Not only did I not get paid, they offered me money to make a video on it, but I straight up refused because I wanted my audience to have my real opinion on the game. I feel like this is generally, from what I have seen from most people, and when they talk about most of the arguments that they give is they said, you know, they're allowed to give their opinion. So either this person is saying all those people are just like, nah, that's not true, or this is their first time doing like a in-house test and trying something out, and they just didn't know you could be honest. I don't know. But again, I'm always skeptical. Always be skeptical of content creators, especially when they say they don't get paid for something. That's not completely true. We know it's not true because they are getting premium footage of a game and able to talk, review, and analyze before anyone else. That is something that can bring in not only money, bring in views, and it can give you more subscribers and more traction to your channel. There is massive monetary gains to be had as being a first reviewer. Your especially if it's a good quality review or video, you can get massive monetary gains. I do not subscribe to this, oh, I'm just gonna not get paid or we don't get paid enough. Doesn't fucking matter. The reason people do this, and this is the biggest red flag, content creators who say they don't get paid, that they just happen to go do this thing, they do it because they do get paid. There are benefits to which they receive. I hate this because even people in the Destiny community do this crap. The content creators, they try to gaslight and say, I'm not a shield. I don't get paid to talk. Bitch, you do that because you do get paid. So again, always be skeptical. Consume the content, think about the content, and come to your own perception. And just be mindful that there will always be biased opinions, obviously, even from myself. But I'm more biased towards what's good for the gamer, not for the content creator. I'm for the gamer, by the gamer, not the content creator. I will always be more anti-content creator than I will be anti-gamer. Because it's about the fun, not about the money. Well, when there's been no real info, then half the Twitter apparently got flown out to play it for some reason. By the way, Dr. Disrespect got listen. I don't want to start drama. I don't. I don't want to start drama, but listen, it is I just saw it. Oh no. Even Dr. Disrespect, and he, again, I'm not getting into any drama. I don't want to talk about his instances and with a 9-foot pole. But if you could have like controversy like this and be invited, either they're desperate or they're confident that it doesn't even fucking matter who they invite. But I'm just putting it out there. Always be skeptical. Always be skeptical. Always. That's my thoughts on the whole thing. Yeah, the free-to-play hero shooter from makers of Titanfall. I mean, the concept looks cool. Like you're running around on animals, shooting shit. So tomorrow there'll be a developer stream from Highguard, the embargo lifting on content creator Highguard event, sponsored Highguard streaming from those creators. The launch of the actual game really saved it all up to there. It is going to be such an interesting case to see. Like, I think this will lay the foundations for Marathon, because this is another game that is being labeled as a Concord, a Concord 2, and then Marathon's Concord 3, apparently, because it releases later. But this is like, this will be a test to see, can a game defeat the Concord allegations? Can the modern gamer beat the shit out of a game and it still be successful? Or is that just the vocal minority just too damn loud? We'll find out. I'm just saying that the next couple of months, especially leading up to Marathon, are going to be very interesting to me. And it's going to be an interesting time for video games, because it's going to determine how developers look at the modern gamer, how they project, how they advertise, especially Highguard specifically has done no advertisement, and it's going to be very interesting to see how successful they are with that, because you might see other developers rein back the marketing and see hey, we don't need to do this much marketing because we could still be successful like that Highguard game. I don't know. I'm just starting to think of conversation, thinking outside the box. And I know I'm going to upset some people, especially with the dogging of Concord. I think there are other games that you could compare that are more logical, right? Anthem had potential, but was flushed down the toilet, right? Dragon Age, Bellegarde was awful game. There's so many other, it's just Concord was a dead on arrival game. I wouldn't even know if you call it dead on arrival. It wasn't even alive on arrival because no one knew about it. And then it came out, and then people said, okay, well, this is awful. I think if I remember correctly, if we're going to do some research, Assassin's Creed Shadows release date, March 20th, 2025. Okay, maybe on Concord release date. I want to say, and if someone could correct me in the comments section, I want to say that before it was released, Assassin's Creed Shadows had so much drama with the DEI wokeness, and I think they delayed it because of that. A lot of that. Delayed. Was it delayed? Yes. It was delayed from November. Okay, so it was supposed to come out in 2024. So it was delayed. This game had so much drama. Coming from it that during this time, I think in the environment that Concord came out, the way people were looking at Shadows translated into Concord. I think the environment that we were in at that time when Concord came out, it got butchered because of some of the absolute disdain during this time that games like Shadows was getting, and other games were getting as well, that modern gamers just ripped apart Concord. I don't know if we are still in that same environment. Like, I think most developers have peeled back on DEI, and I haven't seen a lot of woke like campaigns against things. Like, I've seen it like based on like small bits of content, sure, but I don't think it's nearly as pressing as it was with Shadows and Concord. I could be wrong. Maybe it's because I'm trying to do my best to not jump into that. Maybe it's I'm naive, right? Maybe I'm being naive. Maybe, you know, I'm living in my bubble and I'm just not seeing on Twitter because the algorithm isn't, you know, consuming me yet. But overall, like, I do feel like both Highguard and Marathon have a higher chance of success already compared to Concord. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's definitely worth discussing, especially when we're talking about modern gamers. I think it's going to be worth discussing to see what people really think. Like, is it really the modern gamer, or is it just a loud minority? I think it right now it is a loud minority for like Marathon, both for against it and for it, because I think modern gamers are just kind of the wait and see, right? They're not, they might be curious, but they haven't jumped into it, right? I think like Marathon has like 40K followers or something on Steam right now. Again, pre-order numbers being fuck all. It's what actually is playing it, but I am very interested to see the outcome, because this will determine the flow from a developer standpoint, how they interact with the modern gamer. Because you could have, if it becomes the fact that you could have all this loud noise in social media and Reddit and Twitter and their forums, but if the money shows, then who gives a fuck? You can be as loud as you want. If the money comes in and the game is successful, people are going to never really trust. And I think it's also going to hurt YouTubers and streamers who are opposed to these games, and yet they I don't know, they feel maybe it's some engagement bait versus actually having a conversation. Now, there will be people that just want things to fail, like Marathon people like generally hate Bungie, and I do. I hate Bungie too, but I'm not. I just don't care. I'm not on the bandwagon of just let's see everything fail. I'll be okay if Bungie does fail, but I want to make it very clear. Like, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, Marathon needs to fail, because if people like it and they enjoy it, pop off. Like, people wanted Halo 4 to fail, and I love Halo 4 when it came out, and it was just literally one of my favorite games to play. And I know I'm in the minority in that, but like, listen, let me play my fucking game that I want to play. And I feel that, right? I feel that for people who want to just play Marathon, and just, there are normal people that aren't being cultish. There are normal people, especially Highguard, that aren't being cultish, that aren't being weird and desperately trying to convince everyone that the game is good. They just want to play the game and have a good fucking time. And you know what? That's fucking based. I think that's how it should be. If you have to sit there and try to convince someone that is something's actually good, then maybe you're just not confident in it yourself. If it's good, play it. Who gives a fuck? Now, if it's a game like Warframe, and I'm gonna glaze the fuck out of it, it's been around for 13 years and people have been pushing it off to the side because other game live services have been kind of taking the spotlight, then it makes sense to sit there and be like, hey, that game's a piece of shit now. Come play this game. Sorry, little glaze at the end. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and will you be giving Highguard a chance? It's free. Honestly, I actually want to try it. It's free. I'm gonna try it, just like I'm gonna try Marathon with the beta. Like, I've already played the alpha, but that's gonna be cool for me because I have an opinion on the alpha, and then playing the beta will be hopefully be a different experience. Kind of, we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. So I'm in a position that yeah, I'm gonna give it a fair shake, and I'll give you a fair opinion, right? Let me know what you think. Personally, will you be playing it? And yeah, I don't think, even with these two games being done, even if they are both successful, Marathon and Highguard being successful, I still think we're going to see people try to peg things as Concord. That's my personal belief, that that's what's going to happen. I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like that's going to be something that's just going to be forever the thing now. Unfortunately. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hit the like button, comment down below, and as always, game out.